Perfect. Eyeball. Well, it's a Monday afternoon and I'm on the beach and I've got the kayak here. And the great thing about not working is that when the weather's nice and calm on a Monday, it means I can go for a mission. So I'm going to get this kayak all ready to go, get on the water, and we'll tell you a bit about what's going on. Well guys, welcome back to another video. It's, I don't know, probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon I suppose, and it's the 1st of August, so we're right in the heart of winter, and I launched, I don't know, maybe half an hour ago I suppose, and I've just come to this beautiful calm bay. There's a lovely ketch just parked up over there. And the mission for the next couple of days actually is to head out and do a little overnight camping mission. I've gone really minimalist on this one, so what I've actually done is bought no food. So I'm going to have to forage for everything I get to eat, otherwise I'm going to be going hungry, but I'm sure that's not going to be a problem. I've got a place in mind where I'd like to camp. It's probably another half an hour pedal I suppose, so we'll get that done, and yeah, I might stop on the way and see if I can nab myself something for dinner. It's a bit later, managed to make it, oh, I don't know, probably 3/4 of the way now, but this little point behind me, last time I set a burley here I had a really decent lot of snapper coming on it, and I'd actually really like a snapper for dinner. Doesn't need to be a big one, in fact it's probably better if it's a little one. So yeah, I think I'll just hop in, chuck a little burley down there, and we'll see what comes in quickly. Alright, let's do this. I decided I'd have a quick little snoop around before I set any burleys, and as I cruised over this ledge, had a school of parori swim past. They sort of distracted me for a bit, and then I sort of peered over the ledge, and as I peered over the ledge I saw a snapper taking off, and I think probably it'd been just a little bit spooked by the parori. Holy hell, there was a snapper right there! Damn it! Anyway, I smashed up a few kinner over the ledge and went away for a while and came back and just had a really nice slow approach here. The viz wasn't particularly good, in fact it was pretty poor, so I had to creep down pretty damn slowly and just make sure that I wasn't gonna bump into anything that I didn't see. So yeah, as I started to come down here, I saw a couple of snapper and one moved away. But I had this big guy here and you can only just see it, but yeah, he was way too big to shoot, so I just ended up leaving him. Alright, that was pretty interesting. Like the first drop over that ledge, I saw a snapper. It would have been pretty much the right size to take, but I saw it too late. So I smashed some kinner up over the ledge, waited a little while, dropped back down again, and had two snapper on it, and they were both reasonable size. There was one might have been within what I wanted to shoot, but it got onto me and moved off, and then I dropped down onto the big one, and it was just way too big for tonight. So I watched it until it spooked, and yeah, I left it a while, checked it again, nothing came back in. So I've actually got this point here, just here. I have a feeling I've dived this years ago at some point, but yeah, I'm just going to set another burley off this point and see what happens here. This was pretty much the same story as the first spot, still in pretty poor viz, but yeah, so I snuck over the ledge. I straight away spooked the snapper. But it had been so long since I'd been to this spot that I just sort of wanted to have a look around and just sort of get a feel for the terrain. So I carried on dropping down, saw that there was a really good spot to set a burley there, so yeah, went to the surface.
God damn it. It's 12 spooked now.
So yeah, grabbed a few kinner and broke them up over the ledge. I think probably, I don't know, would have set maybe 10 or 12 kinner over here or something. And just let them sort of float down. Went away for a bit, came back, and same as before, just a nice slow descent. Just making sure I don't miss seeing any snapper in this poor viz. I get down there and I can see a little snapper on it, and it's pretty much the perfect size for what I'm after, so yeah, reach out, take a shot, and get him. And this is a bit of a hard case. He sort of swims around, I'm trying to grab him, and he swims straight into the rock. Bit of a laugh, really.
Perfect. And that is the perfect size. Just enough for a couple of meals. Dinner and breakfast. Woohoo!
So once I'd put the snapper in the kayak, I decided I'd grab some kinner, just complement dinner. So I was looking for really decent kinner, and while I was looking for them, I came across this crack with a crayfish sitting in it. So of course I had to have a go at it, and yeah, managed to get a hand to it and drag it out. And was pretty stoked to see it was a male. Pretty much all the females are in berry at the moment, so we can't take them. So yeah, being a male meant I could take it.
Oh yeah, nice.
that was perfect. Got this lovely little snapper, and it's the perfect size for dinner and then breakfast. And yeah, I just found that over a ledge. I actually snooped over the ledge and spooked one, so chucked a couple of kinner over and then snuck over, and that was on it. So pretty happy about that. And then I just thought I might grab a couple of kinner for me to eat, and yeah, grabbed one and then dropped down, and I just found this little guy kicking around in a hole. So nice male crayfish, and I'll take that now, even though I don't want it for tonight, because it will keep perfectly alive for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to go and find a campsite now. Haven't got much light left. It's going down pretty quick over there, but should be enough for what we want. Alright, I've found a spot to camp. Pretty nice little beach here. Tide's out at the moment. Sun's about to go down, so we haven't got a lot of time, but I think I'm just going to set my tent up just on this ledge up here above the high tide mark. There's a little bit of wind coming through, and I possibly could find a more sheltered spot, but I don't think I need to, and it looks pretty flat and comfortable there, so we'll get stuck in, and I'll check back in with you once I've got the tent up and things a little bit more organised. Alright, you got the little tent set up here, and yeah, got my bed set up in the tent here. I've just got a couple of sleeping bags and a pillow. I've got some nice dry clothes, and I managed to pretty much fit that in these two dry bags. So yeah, that's me, just parked on the top of this little bank here. Oh, still got the kayak down there, but I think the next mission is just to set myself up a fire, try and find some firewood so we can cook this fish. I want to get out of my wetsuit too, but I want to make the most of the daylight because I'm going to run out of it soon. I have got a torch I can work by, but yeah. Also, look how beautiful that sky is. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm all changed. I'm much more comfortable. We've got a little pile of firewood here. Got our water in our jug there, and we've got a frying pan, and we've got this cooker just in case, but I don't think we'll need that. We've got a little bit of cooking oil, and we've got some salt, and we've got some tea bags, and that's it. Frying pan, knife, block, torch. So yeah, pretty glad I got that fish, because otherwise I was probably in for a pretty hungry night. But I'm gonna quickly get the kayak up here and get a fire going, and then we'll prepare this fish for dinner. Alright, on. We have fire. Right, let's fillet this fish up. Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to fillet it. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Alright, here we are. We have this lovely snapper, and we need to prepare it to cook it. It's way too big for the pan, but I kind of want to do it whole. So I guess the first thing I'll do is just take the guts out. Alright, it's gutted. I'll quickly scale it. Okay. So now that I've got scales absolutely everywhere and it's scaled, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it in half, just straight down through the middle here. Two halves. We'll save the tail end for breakfast, I think. Put that off to the side, and we'll do this one now. So we'll just put some score marks in the flesh because we want some salt to go in it. And we're going to cook the whole thing with the head and everything. That way we can really feast on the whole thing. Alright, we've got the fire going here. It's almost dark. We're actually switched over to cook the snapper on the little gas ring because I want a cup of tea. So the jug's about to go on the fire. Snapper is about ready to flip over. You can just see the white just starting to come up to the spine. So we will flip that over and finish it off. Oh, she's starting to look good. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm getting pretty hungry. Another probably 5 minutes or so and that's going to be ready to eat. Alright, here we are, all cooked. And I'm just going to sprinkle some salt on it. Got a little jar of salt here, and I'll just sprinkle a bit of salt on it. And man, let's give this a go. Yeah. Better see if we can have this eyeball. Eyeball. Oh my god, that was delicious. Well, I'm going to turn the camera off and stuff my face because this is absolutely delicious. I'm just sitting here next to the fire warming my feet up. It's pretty comfortable and yeah, just relaxing now. That snapper was pretty damn good. The head was amazing. The sides might have just been a bit overcooked. In fact, they were overcooked. No, might have, but yeah, I'm just chilling by the fire now, warm my feet up before I go to bed. I might have one more cup of tea. I've got all the makings of a cuppa there. Just got to put it all together. So that's pretty much it for tonight, and I guess we'll talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's a bit of a grey looking morning at the moment, but it's all very, very calm and everything. I had a pretty decent sleep here in my little tent, and I've woken up to this. So I guess now I'm going to cook up the rest of that snapper, make a cup of tea, have a bit of a organise all my gear, and we'll get out there, get on that water. The goal for today is just to grab a feed for everyone, so yeah, shoot a couple of snapper probably. Alright, so while this drone footage is rolling, I'll give you a little bit of an update on where things are with me at the moment. I'm still waiting on the visa to go to the States. I've got no idea when that's going to come. No one can seem to tell me anything, so I'm kind of going a little bit stir crazy at home. I'm really missing Aya and everything, but yeah, it's kind of messing with my head a little bit, so I've decided I'm actually going to go on a bit of a tour, and I'm just going to pack up my vehicle, take my kayak, take my dive gear, and make my way around the country. So if my visa doesn't come in the next 3 days, I'm going. So one way or another, we're going to get a bit more exciting adventure. We are all set up, ready to go. Everything's on the kayak, everything's all packed away, and I'm obviously in my suit. We're about to head out there, but I think the first thing to do is just wander along this beach and pick up the rubbish. Alright, I was quite surprised at how little rubbish there was actually on this beach when I walked along it this morning. I know I got everything that other way, so yeah, quite good. Always pays to leave the place a little bit cleaner than when you found it. Get this kayak on the water, and let's get into some diving. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Woo. It's a bit breezy out here today. I've just come to the first spot I want to dive. Just a little rock sticking out. I never dived here before, but I'm hoping there's going to be some good little drop-offs and ledges, and the goal is to get a feed for the family, so probably shoot snapper. So I made my way up to the pressure point of this rock, where the current was really pushing onto it, and as I'd never dived here before, I just had a bit of a look around, get a feel for the terrain, basically looking for somewhere good to set a burley. And when I looked over the side of this edge here, I was like, yeah, this is looking pretty good. So yeah, set some kinner over there, went and explored for a bit, and then came back to have a little look-see. The viz hadn't really improved on yesterday. It was still pretty gloomy, so yeah, pretty slow sink down onto it. We got plenty of bait fish here and that, but just wasn't really seeing anything particularly good, and only like a pigfish on the burley or something, so yeah, it was a bit of a dud, this spot. Yeah, first spot was a dud. This will be the second spot. I'll set a kinnerburley here, and there's crays here too, so I'll set a kinnerburley and look for some crays, and then come back and check the burley. As soon as I got in the water here, I was surrounded by a school of hundreds of blue mau-mau, so yeah, my intention was to set a kinnerburley for snapper, but they do love blue mau-mau. Yeah, so I just sunk to the bottom, looked through the school, basically to find a decent sized one. And once I had a target that I wanted, I reached out and took a shot. Gave it the icky with the spear tip, and then I took it to a nice little spot and set it as a burley for a snapper. Now the first crayfish I got in this spot, I was sort of a little bit slow to turn my camera on, and so I only caught that little bit of the footage.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, found this guy under a rock a bit later. can see you got to have a pretty quick grab, but yeah, got this guy. It's another male and I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, another good one.
Now I'm actually on my way back to the kayak with this crayfish. I didn't bring my catch bag, but I see this John Dory here. And I really love John Dory, so quickly sink down on it and put a shot into it. I get the spear tip really wedged in the rock. It's I don't like shooting into rock, but I'll do it for a John Dory. They're just so tasty.
A nice little dory. You beauty.
So yeah, find this crayfish here. Take a bit of a look at him and realise he's just way too small. So give him a bit of a wave. And move on, find this one. Get a quick grab, and as I pull him out, feel him, I realise it's also way too small, so just let it go again straight away. Find this one stashed in here. A quick grab, and I get a little bit of a hold on him, but he manages to slip away. So yeah, I guess that's a prey for another time. Don't always get them. Right, back to check the burley, and yeah, I just approach the ledge, have a little look over. I can see a couple of small snapper on it. Nothing particularly special, but I decide I'll take one anyway. This is a meat hunt after all now, so get a shaft into this one. And yeah, I hit the spine, so no fight from it. Well, that spot was a little bit more productive. Couple of crayfish, a snapper and a John Dory. I'm going to check another crayfish spot, and then I think I might just set one more burley for a snapper on the way home. Drop in here and I'm just checking the cracks. I know this little spot quite well, so this is actually my first dive here in a while, but you've got a crayfish in this hole here, so take a quick grab, get a hand to him, and it's another male, so yeah, I'm pretty damn happy about that. So I've seen this shape from the surface, and I'm thinking, is this a cell phone someone's dropped? So I sink down and grab it, and yeah, it's not a cell phone, it's actually a lead weight. And I suspect it's actually out of someone's cray pot.
It's lead. Huh. Didn't expect to find that.
Now I'd set a kinnaburley over a ledge here, and
I'd had a couple of checks and I could see there was a decent snapper that was holding back, so I just kept refreshing it, putting more and more kinner over there, and coming back and checking it every so often. Yeah, come back to check it this time, and that snapper had come right in on it. And it's really gloomy and hard to see here, but he's not a bad snapper, and I get a shot into it and it races off. And so I grab the line and try to pull it in, and the spear just comes straight out.
Oh, bugger.
Well, that was a bit ratchet. I set a kinner burley there, and yeah, had a decent snapper come in on it, reached out, shot it, and it took off and ripped off, and I don't know, I thought I put a good shot into it, so maybe my flopper needs tuning again. I think I'll need to check that when I get back. But yeah, I've pretty much called it now. The wind sort of picked up out there. I'm sort of hiding behind this little headland. The wind's picked up out there, and I think it was forecast too. I think it was supposed to be real good for Tuesday morning, and then in the afternoon supposed to pick up. So we'll be well into the afternoon now. I'm going to call it, head back to the beach, and I guess we'll talk to you there. Alright, back on the beach, and we've got the kayak all loaded up on the trailer here. And yeah, I'm about to get out of here, but it's that time where I show you the catch. So we've got the little snapper and the John Dory that I shot in the second spot that I dove today, and then we've got 4 crayfish here. 3 of these are from today, and then 1 from yesterday. And we've also got cheeky little kinner. I've already eaten a few of them today, but just one for at home. I'm going to go home, share that kai out with the whānau, and get cleaned up and probably go to bed fairly early, because I had a reasonable sleep last night, but I didn't get a whole lot of it. Despite that lack of sleep, I've thoroughly enjoyed this trip, and yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think, if you'd like to see more content like this. It's pretty easy for me to make, and I'd actually like to do more of this sort of adventure. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, and chuck a like if you've enjoyed the video as well. And I'll say thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.